Look at yourself. Good morning, W.W. Robinson. Today is February 8th, 2019, and I have Dylan with me this morning. How are you, Dylan?
Good.
Good. Are you excited? You have your big dare trip today?
Yeah.
Yes? Got our dare shirt. You haven't gotten yours yet, right? Yours is in your classroom, but here's our dare shirts for today. So they have 5th grade dare graduation, and then they get to go bowling. Ooh, how much fun is that? All right, and it is day 3 in our rotation. And tell us what's for lunch today.
Beef taco, lettuce and tomato, cup, corn, grapes, apple wedges, cinnamon roll, choice of milk.
All right, sounds like a good lunch today. It is taco day. And we have Aaliyah here to tell us about the weather. So Aaliyah, come on over here. Tell us what the weather is. I'll hold this up so we can see you. What is the weather today? It is. It's partly sunny, partly cloudy, isn't it? I think I see more clouds right at the moment. It was a little sunnier this morning when I first got here. What do you think? Yeah, thank you so much. Good job. And we have Estriel to lead us in the pledge. So please stand. All right. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Estriel. Please join me for a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, so let's see. We have celebrating a birthday today on the 8th. We have Elena Saldina, Abigail Smith, and then tomorrow celebrating we have Delilah Gillis, Levi Hamrick, and then on Sunday we have Warren Dooley and David Rhodes. So happy birthday to those folks. Hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. We do not have any staff birthdays. What is our dress up day on Monday?
Sweatshirt and sweatpants day.
Yeah, that's a good thing to have on a Monday when nobody really wants to get out of bed. Sweatshirt and sweatpants. Make it a little easier to come to school. What do you think? Yeah, all right. Do you have any shout outs before we read this morning?
Yeah, my mom in preschool, Hugo, Caden, and Miss Wyman, Miss Henry, Miss Gerard.
All right. So when we left off, if you remember, Benji's at the hospital because he told his mom that the dog could talk. And she freaked out, took him to the hospital, and now they're waiting at radiology, and he sees Tazy, and the mom's trying to get them to talk. Mom, she doesn't know who I am, but this is a hospital, not a playground, so let's not cause a scene, okay? Please don't do this. Do what? What am I doing? Uh-oh, this was breaking bad and fast. The more you disagree with my mom, the louder she gets. There was no way around it. My mother was going to embarrass me. And if on cue, as if on cue, Tazy looked up and turned her head in our direction. My mom smiled and waved at her like our house was on fire, and she was waving over the fire trucks. Now I have no choice, so I waved at her too. Elvis, not wanting to miss anything, sat up and looked over at Tazy too. You're not going to believe this, and I say this because I barely believed it. But Elvis picked up his paw and did a wave too. I was about to point it out to my mom, but then I thought it was best to keep these things to myself. Tazy's eyes grew big. A huge smile took over her entire face, and she returned our way with the biggest wave ever. It was like she used her entire arm. It was by far the warmest, happiest greeting I've ever seen. Of course, I soon found out that that expression on her face wasn't for me. It was for Elvis. Some dogs have all the luck. With her super long legs, Daisy crossed the room in 2 seconds. Who is this Papa Dewberry? So cute. Oh, wow. I love him. He's so big and fuzzy. What's his name? This is Parker Elvis Pembroke IV, but I call him Elvis. My mom elbowed me and I glared at her. And this is my mom. I call her mom, actually. Casey laughed. Still funny, I see. Nice to meet you, Benji's mom. She shook my mom's hand, which I'm sure my mom loved. She's big on good manners. Of course, when it comes to manners, my mom wants everyone else to have them. But when it comes to her, there are clearly no rules or boundaries. Instead of just shaking her hand like a normal person, my mom pulled Tazy in for a big, warm hug. Hi, Tazy. It's so wonderful to meet you. I love meeting all my baby Benji's friends. Okay. Would you not die of embarrassment if your mother called you my baby Dylan in front of all of your friends? This mom's really not cool, is she? Just saying. Tazy took the whole hug thing much better than I did. In fact, I was freaking out just watching it. I didn't know what would ruin my life more, my mom hugging her or the fact that my mom had just called me baby in front of Tazy McDonald. Before I could say anything, Tazy hugged Elvis. Parker Elvis Pembroke IV. What a great name. Aren't you a cutie woody? Aren't you the furriest, bestest baby in the whole wide world? Who's the baby? You are. And again, she buried her face in his neck fur. Elvis clearly enjoyed the attention because his tail wagged so hard it kept whacking me on the leg and created enough of a breeze to make my hair move. Look at you. Who's got a big head? Who's got the biggest, cutest head in the whole world, huh? You are the handsomest doggy ever. Yes, you are. Oh, you are so lucky, Benji. She called me Benji again. No one calls me Ben. Oh, she called me Benj. No one calls me Benj. But when she says it, I always feel like I've always been a Benj my whole life. My mom elbowed me and raised her eyebrows. I know she wanted me to say something back, but I glared at her to stop pushing. In a million years, I never expected to hear Tazy McDonald baby talking to a dog, let alone calling me Benj. That was a completely different Tazy from the girl I talked to 2 weeks ago. So what brings you to the radiology department? I said. Okay, so out of everything I could have possibly said, that was probably the stupidest thing I could have said. I had to get a scan of my elbow. My mom was in there before I could even reply. Oh, no, honey, that's too bad. I'm sure it'll be fine soon. I know how scary that must be for you because you're such an amazing athlete. Benji's older brothers play sports too. Oh, thank you, but don't worry. I'm sure it'll be fine. My dad always goes a little overboard about these things. Oh, I know it seems that way, but he only does it because he loves you so much. I could tell my mom was stressing Tazy out, so I felt like I had to get in there to save her. So, Tazy, don't you feel like those big MRI machines kind of look like giant bread machines? What's your favorite kind of bread? Tazy and my mom gave me a weird look. I shrugged. I don't know why I said it either. I just opened my mouth and it came out. But it is totally true. Those machines look and sound like bread machines. I always feel like a piece of bread dough going in there. I guess my favorite bread is raisin walnut bread. Mine too. I mean, except for the walnuts. If I ate a walnut, I could die. But raisins and me, we're tight. I crossed my fingers like this. Yeah, some of my best friends are raisins. Whoa, why couldn't I shut up? Benji has a nut allergy. My mom tried to help me out of this hole. I was clearly busy digging for myself, and Tazy was totally unfazed. So how is it that I didn't know you had such a super cool dog? Oh, that's because he's new. I just got him, like today. He's my new therapy dog. I got him so I don't have to wear that helmet anymore. Really? That's awesome. He's the best dog I've ever seen. Well, besides my dog, Princess Daisy. But since she's not here, I can tell you right now your dog is just as cute. I love dogs. I wish I could get a second one, but my dad says one is enough. And with all my practicing, I barely get to see my one dog enough as it is. Tazy, hon, we need to go. Daisy's dad came out from back, calling her from the other side of the waiting room. He really had a deep voice, kind of like thunder. Daisy stood up, but not before kissing Elvis all over his face. Coming, Dad. I was just saying hi to my friend Benj. Daisy turned to me. Well, I guess I'll see you at school later this week. I didn't even hear what she said, mainly because I was still in shock that she had called me her friend Benj to her dad. That meant an actual, real-life sports hero with 2 Super Bowl rings knew that his daughter had a friend named Benj. My mom nudged me to answer. What? Sorry, what did you say? Will you be at school tomorrow? Probably not tomorrow, but definitely the day after that. Okay, I really wanted to call her Taze, like how she called me Benj, but by the time I decided to go for it, they were already gone. And as soon as the door closed, I whipped around and faced my mom. Mom, we need to have a little talk. You know I don't like you calling me baby, period. But you can never, ever call me baby in front of other people, okay? You're overreacting. I'm sure Tazy's dad calls her baby too. I don't care what Tazy's dad calls her. I only care what you call me in front of Tazy, okay? Why? Do you like Tazy? Mom, stop. Forget I said anything. Talk about being saved by the bell. The nurse called out my name. And we will stop there for today. And you can choose to be the kind of leader that you would follow and make it a great day. So long.